get it.
All right, X6 fans actually piping up a little bit here, trying to give their boys some more enthusiasm, because it just hasn't been looking like the same X6 that managed to take the victory over EnVyUs as Mickey celebratory seppuku off the edge.
I think Timeboy is the one who's going to need to take the crowd's energy the most, Atlas, because he has been out-dueled by Effect in pretty spectacular fashion. It was Timeboy in the match I keep referring to, the match against Lunatic-Hai online, where he took out Jaehong multiple times. His Tracer was the difference. He's had some great Tracer games this season, but against who seems to increasingly be the master of Tracer in Apex Season 3, he's been found wanting. So taking some of that energy, resetting with a couple of minutes break is very important for the side of Timeboy. Speaking of openings, won't be a Genji opening from Godspeed, but will be the Widowmaker we often see on attack here.
Yeah, once again, it's going to be the triple DPS. Harry Hook switching back over to the Soldier. I like it. Pseudo support there as well.
A lot of people to be sniped, though, Atlas.
Yeah, but Godspeed's going to switch back. It's just tricking us, Papa Smithy. Very sad.
Start walking in. No Torbjorn. We're scouting for that first.
Yeah, Mickey did think about it, but then, as we said before, just switches over, jumps off the edge on his D.Va, so he's ready to die. Ready to get in there and get some work done as Timeboy. Massive switch around here. He's going for a deep flank.
X6 is going for the sort of comp.
Oh, wow, lots of damage.
X6 is going for the sort of comp that definitely needs to do some eco pushing, not dive in any real sense of the word outside of having D.Va, Winston, and Tracer. No Genji, so some opening salvos are smart, but the moment that you start poking for ult charge against a Sombra, you have to plug and play the EMP being ready, and it's pretty close already.
Yeah, it's going to get a lot of damage out the back here onto Godspeed, but already the damage is coming in. Shoyoben doing some work, but it is going to be the turnaround by EnVyUs. 4 for 2 is going to be the trade, and it's going to have to be X6 working out what went wrong, because Timer is going to finish everyone off.
They just really committed to running onto the point so early with no support ultimate, with no real way to deal with the fact that Mickey was going to drop down, Timer was already in their backline. Usually, you have to be a lot more judicious when you dive onto the point without a Genji or someone who can really profit from the close quarters. X6 actually fight in the open way better than in close quarters. As in the open.
Yep, that is going to be Timu getting the pick off onto Bebe after utilizing his EMP. Not any opportunity for him to do anything.
Killing fields.
Yep, most certainly is. Everyone just going to be ripped to shreds. Hanamura seems to be where EnVyUs live right now. They are feeling very, very much at home.
Man, what an exclamation point it would be if it was a double full hold in this particular series.
What does it mean?
Remember, it was 99% captures and then a flip in both of the control maps, then a full hold.
This has been dominant.
They look out of ideas, but you can turn that around. They got some ultimates to play with this time.
Yeah, Timeboy looking for the angles here as well.
Could it just be the 6 ultimates rush strategy?
He's not going to find any joy with his pulse bomb. Harry Hook knew exactly what was going on there.
Primal Rage was already used by No Smite.
Okay. Going to be running around. Godspeed coming in. They're actually just going to utilize as many ultimates as possible. Timu with the EMP does some decent work, but isn't going to be able to find too much. Somehow actually survives as Bebe is going to be the one that falls. The Helix Rocket from Harry Hook is the one that does it, and so many ultimates from X6 and absolutely nothing gained.
They're just throwing them out, Atlas. It's the wrong type of ult economy. We always talk about, hey, it's a lot of ults, I must be good. In this sort of a situation, it's kind of led with one. Primal Rage for no reason apart from maybe Winston falling low. Timeboy in the open. Won't quite get sniped away, but now they haven't changed anything, have X6. They don't even have the ultimates. They only have themselves to blame because it's only a minute left on that timer.
Hacks coming in here onto the health packs from Timu, who's going to set himself up. Try and translocate his way back after getting a possible EMP into the backline. He's going to be able to tick that one up. Immediately utilizes it as well, as Coco's going to be able to jump in over the top. He's the only one that had the barrier for the beginning of that fight, and it looked great for EnVyUs. Chips is going down low, and Coco was gotten rid of, so Godspeed doing some work. Timeboy finds Chips, but it still looks like EnVyUs have control as Mickey's so far forward, blocking everyone out. And there's only 30 seconds to go. This could be another full hold, like you were talking about before, Papa Smithy, for EnVyUs.
It's been a lot more Harry Hook Soldier this time around, but it's the sort of thing that's very easy to scout, even if we didn't see it against X6-Gaming as much 2 weeks ago when these two teams met. We're already looking for potentially an overtime capture. Again, some ultimates up, but okay, a pick onto effect. That's something for the side of X6.
But lots of damage into the backline here as Timer is able to take down Bebe. He had no options, and it's going to be Coco running through with enough damage to finish off the low health targets. Look at EnVyUs go. No one anywhere near this point.
Choyobin's on it, though. He wasn't involved in that fight. Doesn't have a lot of backup. Winston used the Primal Rage. They're trying to buy time.
Yeah, they're doing the very best that they can. Choyobin will fall down, though, to Mickey. And the overtime still working out here, but No Smite, he's going to fall. A lot of low health bar champions able to get to this point.
This might actually be the capture. Big value out of the tack visor at the last time. The shorter runbacks. Will this finally be X6-Gaming pick up the point? First instinct is yes.
Yep. Should be able to get there. So EnVyUs will have to deal at the second point for 4 minutes. So the overtime capture, keeping X6 in it.
Well, this is about the most reverse sweep you can do, Atlas. Only picking up point A at the final second of asking in overtime. On this attack, they will only have the Pulse Bomb. Crucially, X6 will not be messing with their composition.
Yeah, and Pulse Bomb is actually going to be able to find Harry Hook, so nicely done.
That's
EnVyUs has switched up the composition. This could be a snowball. As, yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, no utility available either as No Smite's going to clean up
it's
Mickey.
Huge.
Oh my goodness, are they going to be able to get this one done? Everyone dead on the side of EnVyUs. Taimu needs to try and come back in and hold on to this point, but nope. That's the snowball, and that is going to be 2-1 now with X6 on their way to the reverse sweep.
Getting that stick onto the Zenyatta was so big for the side of X6. They may not have had ultimates, but you made the note that the adjustments had come through from the EnVyUs side. They were out of position. They thought they had time to actually go for a setup. You know, maybe even occupy the high ledge, look for some options on defense, but snowballed on. Caught napping on point B, and suddenly, we're still not sure about it. First instinct is maybe we have a series, Atlas.
Yeah, well, EnVyUs now have to attack, of course. I got a little bit ahead of myself just because Hanamura is a difficult one to cap at the best of times, and now with a close to 3.5-minute time bank for X6, it looks very, very good for them.
You can keep saying reverse sweep, though. There's still a possibility.
Oh, yeah.
But we should be responsible with the R word. The moment you say reverse sweep, people start crossing their fingers and their toes, like, no.
Well, it's not Lunatic-Hai playing, so maybe it's not as likely as we expect, because they are the kings of the reverse sweep. EnVyUs no strangers to it either, though.
EnVyUs on attack. We'll wait to see if Timer will jump on the Roadhog, but we can inspect X6's defense. Looks pretty damn similar to their offense.
It does. Pretty standard stuff here. Godsby sticking to his soldier, like you were talking about. We saw one outing of the Genji, but that's it so far. Hasn't been what we've been used to from him, but worked out in the last time.
It's an adjustment from X6 after the group stage where they've really had more primary soldier play than they have in the past. Godsby has largely been that soldier player, apart from Timeboy's one ill-advised visit to it on the previous map.
Yeah, it wasn't so good.
So it means no Genji, which we had a Genji-less, well, it wasn't a Genji-less series against Meta Athena, but obviously Libero isn't the top tier Who Are You Genji. Not much going to be Genji in this particular series. Be more when we get to semifinals, though. Arhan lies in wait.
Well, it's going to be a slightly different opportunity here for EnVyUs. Last time they were playing with some different compositions on the attack, but there's the first hook that Taimu always seems to look for. They are very good at getting snowball first points on Hanamura.
They wanted a snowball pick onto the Diva mech to actually get them, but the heals were enough. He could pull away. Bebe is on Ana this game, so you do have that burst healing. Goes wide.
Yeah, he's going to get himself onto this point, though, so definitely playing super far up. Harry Hook hooks some boop opportunities off the back of this.
And he hook is golden here for Taimu.
See whether he does any of that fancy...
Vect wins the Tracer battle off screen. Harassing down No Smite, but the heals are strong. They can't get onto the Ana to actually slow down this defense.
Okay, Godsby's going to find effect. This could be an opportunity, but No Smite, like you said, is going to fall down. Godsby still able to get free damage off to the side here as Mickey's mech is going to be eating most of it. There's going to be Bebe throwing out the nano, but didn't get a whole lot of work done. And now Godsby with attack visor. It's going to be answered immediately by the Transcendence. Sleep was out there as well. It's not going to be doing too much. As now EnVyUs looking to try and cap this one out. They've already hit the first two ticks.
Should have it here. I don't think Timeboy will have any heroics. It's going to be a fast first capture for EnVyUs. They couldn't contest the Ana because Effect couldn't get in the back line. So even with the free healing and the very early ultimate onto the D.Va, no contest could be completed because Taimu just threw out the hooks, got down the Winston first, and that was the tonic there. And EnVyUs still have to emulate what was a good time bank, all things considered, put together for X6-Gaming after how fast they got point B. Many a team has been frustrated. We've seen a 7-minute 20 frustration on attack here.
Well, it's going to have to be close to that here for X6 because it was a very nice first point. Still has to be taken, though. It's not going to be the same level of snowball that X6 were able to pull off.
You say that, but the ults are definitely there for EnVyUs.
We'll see whether they can actually utilize them as Effect. He's playing super
Oh,
far
sound
forward.
barrier just a couple of seconds early would have kept up the Zenyatta. Zenyatta dead, but they're still getting picks.
Yeah, Mickey's actually going to fall down. It's going to be the double here for Choyobin as both tanks just obliterated. Able to get Effect with the self-destruct as well. That's unfortunate.
Second use of the Ana ultimate onto the D.Va was the right thing there. If we saw the ultimate just a half second earlier from Harry Hook, the sound barrier would have caught Chips. It was at 93% on his ult charge, and it could have been a different fight, as he would have been able to use both those support ultimates to buy so much time. They couldn't do that. Chips falling down was the big factor there, and they used so many other ultimates that suddenly it will be a stave off from EnVyUs.
Yeah, Effect losing a lot of his health bar here, but does still have that recall available. Just playing up, gets himself to this point pretty comfortably as X6 are playing super far back towards their spawn. Coco's going to take down Godsby, though. This could be very important as X6 do have the sound barrier in there, but look at the D.Va mech. It's gone down so low with that pulse bomb that did just come in, and now the kills are streaming through.
Timer's free shooting.
Yeah, with the tac visor. That is going to be so many dead. Godsby now.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, that's going to be it. And that's going to be an even bigger time bank here for EnVyUs.
Great answer from EnVyUs. That time only the Transcendence was up. Having the Transcendence might have been a capture 30 seconds earlier, but they certainly won't be complaining. They still managed to beat out the time bank that was there on the side of X6-Gaming. So that means that X6-Gaming will have the first attack. Things went better than expected, but it took them 4 minutes to capture point A, and they've only got 3 minutes this particular time.
Yeah, well, we'll see whether EnVyUs can have as good a defense as they had the first time around. X6 were pretty clutch on their first attack. Have to talk about Effect once again, though, because the pulse bomb on the D.Va mech really making sure that EnVyUs were able to get all of that work done, because if a defense matrix was there, then that wasn't going to be that kind of cleanup that Taimu was able to put in with that tac visor.
I mean, to say that Apex Season 3 has been star-making for Effect would be to sell him short. The fact that he could be 25% better at kills over deaths than any other player in the league, playing Tracer, who's the most set up for that stat, but being 25% better than Bunny, who's in second spot, and basically the rest of the pack that's somewhere within the 30% marker, is insane for a player that couldn't even get a start for Meta Athena in Season 2.
Yeah.
He went on the solo queue ladder, he was right up the top of the competitive ladder, and now he's made the most effortless transition to pro play on a mixed language roster than you could ever imagine. He is a superstar.
It is so incredibly impressive to watch. We'll see whether he's going to be able to put X6 to rest here and get the 3-0 victory for his team. There's now X6 on the attack. They have 3 minutes. Godsby's already lost most of his health bar.
Still sticking with what's sort of been working for them. No changes in composition from X6-Gaming. Taimu once again on the Sombra. Predictably, plenty of ult charges. Effect's having a fun time.
Timeboy gets some decent harassment onto Taimu here, who loses a lot of his health bar, but translocation is going to be there. And look at this, X6 just getting picked off one after the other. Have to play so far back now as look at Godsby is almost at his spawn location. Can't even get through these doors to try and harass.
He needs someone. I mean, the front line is what's going down first. No Smite died.
Yeah.
Very early there to Effect. So
wasted no time dying, Papa Smith.
And even just staggered kills are such a death knell when you have no time. And speaking of staggers.
Yep, Taimu's going to be able to get the EMP in the backline. That was charged extraordinarily fast, but we're starting to no longer be surprised about that. But look at the cleanup. The EMP placement was fantastic and just ducks in a barrel.
And fade away after they get Choyobin's mech. They're very happy if he goes and swaps. That means there will be no self-destruct almost for the entirety of this attack. Timeboy dies late as well. Staggers upon staggers, a minute 50 for X6-Gaming. And they got nothing in their war chest, Atlas.
Yep, just nothing. There's a nano boost from Chips that he can throw out. Taimu.
Use it on Mickey, use it on Coco, even use it on Harryhook, who already has the visor. Could be a nano visor here for EnVyUs.
Yeah.
Maybe not even necessary to stack those ultimates.
Well, effect is going to go relatively low, but with that recall still there, doesn't quite find the pulse bomb stick, but it's okay. Zoning pulse bomb, we'll call it.
Want to keep Bebe and Gilly away from their ultimates. Finally, Bebe might be getting the Transcendence. He's close.
Well, they can't be utilizing too much of this time, Papa Smithy, because there's a minute to go. X6 hopes lie in this. So whether they can actually get onto this point and start contesting. They have at least a couple of members there.
Inched forward enough to pick up 3 ultimates and start investing them.
Yep, self-destruct does come in. Urban going down extraordinarily low. The Baby
Nanovisor.
Diva, yeah, doing some work, but look at that. Nanovisor trying to get some work done, but it was good Transcendence timing to make sure that they didn't lose too much. Helix Rocket is going to eventually take down Bebe, and X6 falling like flies now. As Effect jumps forward, everyone picking up their kills that they're looking for, and EnVyUs feeling untouchable right now. Look, they're just running to point 2 for fun.
I think X6-Gaming has just got a splitting headache because the moment that you finally get rid of Effect, the best tracer in our league, it's Harryhook flexing onto the Soldier that he was playing as a primary DPS in Season 2. It's another one of those damned EMPs being available. But the Sombra, the 3-pronged attack here is just unmanageable, and there's another EMP.
And Bebe immediately destroyed as well. Mickey's the one that's able to actually lock down that kill, as now Taimu, he'll make his way back to this point, and it looks like this hold is almost all too easy, but no, a couple of kills coming out now for X6. Urban doing some work on his famed Diva. But still, you've got a lot of DPS remaining. Chips is going to be back up. In effect, running back to this point as well, but X6 finally able to get the kills that they're looking for.
This time they were able to separate their threats. They actually got onto Harryhook and took him down, but Taimu's on the point. They don't want to give this up. Harryhook back again, waiting for those respawns, but for now, the point ticks up for X6.
Yeah, gets himself on there, but he has to, just to try and hold on.
They give up on this one. It's going to be the point A attack here for the side of X6-Gaming.
And now 30 seconds to try and get to point B.
And this time they've made adjustments. Godsby has jumped on the Genji and off screen after they dived onto Harryhook, who would have been very surprised to see a Genji at overtime on point A. He's got 90% on his ult. Any sort of picks, they look for the repeat pick on Zenyatta, but this time, not there. Can't find Chips either.
Timeboy unable to make it happen twice in a row. Pulse Bombs are going to find absolutely nothing. The Coco is going to get rid of Bebe. Overtime ticking through once again. Self-destruct flying forward. That was a big monkey heading straight towards our faces. And Godsby, he has the Dragon Blade. Sound Barrier's there as well. He's ripped up 2 DPS members already, but he's going to be dealt with.
Only Timeboy now. He's taken out. This should be the hold. No percentage on point B for X6-Gaming. Took overtime on both attacks for X6-Gaming to take point A. But they'll be happy to at least give Team EnVyUs a challenge.
Yeah, they have to at least take that point A. So nicely done. Wasn't the full hold that we were potentially looking for from EnVyUs, because did make it look very, very close the last time. Just seems like overtime a little bit too strong for X6 players. Now EnVyUs, their opportunity to try and put the last nail in the coffin for X6 and move on to the semi-finals, make it to the round of 4 here in Apex Season 3. Try and once again be the champions like they were Season 1.
I want to see something new from X6-Gaming. For example, we saw EnVyUs with their Roadhog on attack on the Manumbani, just to be able to attack a certain marker and get the percentage they needed. Now on defense, X6-Gaming very much need a full hold. So a new variable to potentially get that is important, because going for something like a swap, because say, if you have nothing to protect on point B, then going for, say, triple tank and trying to stay alive, build up ults, and then have defensive ultimates to keep people off the point, that's one way you can play it. But making the swap when usually there's going to be desynced spawn timers is very difficult. So it's just a bit of a surprise to me to see on defense, keep sticking with basically the same thing. No Zenyatta this time, maybe Bebe on the Ana, but the sightlines on defense on point A are really good for Ana on this particular map.
Yeah, well, EnVyUs is going to go back to their triple tank composition, Pub Smithy, like we were talking about. So it is going to be, once again, that Roadhog. I like it.
Any pick is golden. Even getting the mech is pretty big from the side of EnVyUs. They're going to go all the way around.
Yep. Just want to lower that time where the Roadhog has to slowly walk forward. Effect
Scouting.
Being frustrating. Oh, there's the hook onto the D.Va once again.
No mech this time, though.
Yeah, it was knocked back. Nicely done by X6 to at least keep Urban alive.
Definitely more prepared against the Roadhog this time.
Yeah, we almost have a pulse bomb here for effect, though. Lots of kills coming down from EnVyUs. That's going to be the boot. Yeah, Harry Hook's going to be off the edge, so maybe some opportunities here for X6. Nice work from Gilly, but still, the ticks are coming in. Coco goes down extraordinarily low, and Godsby has attack visor.
Getting eaten.
Yep, yeah. The old defense matrix pretty good at dealing with that one, and he's going to go down extremely low. Mickey survives.
Actually gets the kill.
That was incredible. Now down to the Baby D.Va, and Harry Hook makes his way back, and EnVyUs looking to try and get this cap.
Yeah, Timeboy's going to try and buy time, but no one is anywhere near. A lot of great play specifically from Coco in that scenario. His Winston, because interestingly, if you looked at the numbers from Coco before their last series, he was playing the most Reinhardt of any of these primary tank players. He was actually at 48% game time on the, so 42% game time on the Reinhardt, 58 on the Winston, when we have players at 99% on Winston like No Smite.
Yeah.
But he played 100% of his game time in the last series on Winston. One of those historic Reinhardt players, a Reinhardt main since very early, like for example Kaiser, who's now over on C9, but his Winston play is now really jumping up in tiers, and that's helping EnVyUs play the meta, even though they don't play Genji.
Yeah, and that's actually massive props to him as well, given the fact that we have some phenomenal Winston players in this league. Miro, of course, comes to mind. Gamsu as well. CONBOX, great Winston player in his own right. But X6 now have a sound barrier, and they're trying to hold on. Only one tick is necessary here for EnVyUs as Timo's already taken out Godsby. A lot of the damage missing as Effect gets slept. Yeah, nicely done. He's going to get popped there by Gilly as well. The support duo able to take him down.
Everything being invested from EnVyUs, even though the Tracer's
the
down.
Boostio running forward from X6. Nicely done. Transcendence was there just to keep EnVyUs alive, but they haven't lost anyone just yet. They are just going to back away, wait for respawns to come back in. Chips goes down very low, but Timo's able to pick up the Helix Rocket kill onto Timeboy. X6 thankfully find themselves some normalcy.
Might be a snowball capture, but EnVyUs, as you can see, are never fully disengaged, and they're sticking around. Timo is still having free sight lines on the high ground, and they're picking up Ultra. It's turned into an eco push, because Timo had to move from the Roadhog onto Soldier, which is demanded on both attack and defense. On point B, Hanamura. Pulse Bomb doesn't find anything from Effect this time.
Yeah, not the stick, but Gobsy's still taken down by Coco as they are able to get these picks, but can they actually make it work? Tac Visor from Timo on the high ground as Self-Destruct flies forward from X6 to at least zone away EnVyUs. Self-Destruct now there from EnVyUs as well, but Mickey doesn't find any joy with that one. Pops back in his mech and will continue trying to take them down. We're very close to victory, though, for EnVyUs, and Coco's doing so much work. The Transcendence is there, and that's going to be EnVyUs, the 3-0, sending themselves to the semifinals.
Team EnVyUs does the global fans proud. We will have a Western team in the semifinals taking on Kongdoo Panthera. Mickey stoked, standing up and applauding. This was a domination. This is what Taimu told us to expect the first time these two teams played 2 weeks ago. And X6-Gaming rewrote that script, sent EnVyUs into the losers bracket, but they were convincing against Meta Athena, and you thought, wait, Meta Athena, they're still learning how to play dive. They're not a top-tier dive team. They can't go for their innovation. Maybe it's the level of the opposition. Well, guess what? They made X6-Gaming look very, very ordinary on this day. X6-Gaming, no Royal Road for them. They are eliminated, and Team EnVyUs, they're facing Kongdoo Panthera, and if they can be as controlled, as smart, their communication can be as on point as they are today, who knows how far their ceiling is this tournament.
Yeah, they've only got a couple more matches that they have to get through to get themselves to being the champions here of Season 3 as well. It seems like the odd-numbered seasons are the EnVyUs seasons, possibly, Papa Smithy.
They're pretty happy to be avoiding Afreeca Freecs Blue in the semifinals, that's for sure. But X6-Gaming, they're the other side of the coin. Felt like they overachieved. They were not convincing, but then not many teams in the Afreeca Freecs Blues group were. They came through, got that surprise victory over EnVyUs. They thought this could be their time to once again, like Meta Athena last season, try to make the Royal Road, but they weren't able to do so. Second best on the day. Big cheers from the crowd coming through for Team EnVyUs. A lot of their members did them proud. Coco is developing into